I'm sure you've heard over the past couple of weeks that there's been lots of headlines around financial issues in the country, rising interest rates, rising mortgage rates, carnage in the property market, and we wanted to take a quick moment today, and we've got John Foster in from Foster's Financial, who we take our advice from, to come and talk to us about some of the questions that we're getting asked by you guys, the public, on a daily basis. So Dave's managed to get together some of the key questions that people have been asking, and we wanted to put these to John to be able to give you some advice from the man himself.
Yeah, so usually I get asked a lot of questions about what a property price is doing, how's the market, which is all very relevant, but it all appears to be around mortgages at the moment and how that then relates further forward. So straight after the mini budget that was about 10 days ago, I get asked in the playground by about the first parent I meet, David, what's going on with mortgage rates? I'm due to get a remortgage in the next 6 months. What should I do? Should I fix it now or should I wait? So first question, fixed rates. Should I go now or should I wait?
Yeah, the press has kicked up a bit of a frenzy and made everyone panic, and you know there is cause to certainly consider what you're doing and think about it without a doubt. And our phones have been going crazy with lots of our clients asking the same questions. So the honest answer is, if your fixed rate is coming up in the next 6 to 12 months, you probably have missed the boat of being able to do something about it right now. But my answer would always be, get some independent advice. Whether that's speaking to us or someone you know, get some independent advice, do the calculations, and they can work it out for you. If your mortgage is coming up in the next 6 months, you definitely need to be speaking to your advisor, because they can start locking rates now, which is absolutely what you want to do.
And that's worth doing now,
Definitely worth doing, but the honest answer, if your rate's expiring between 6 months and a year, you probably have missed the boat on that right now.
So following on from that, your prediction or your thoughts, rates where they are now, are they going up or are they going to come back down soon? Where are we?
So they've gone up, they've definitely steadily gone up. You've seen that in the press. They, I believe, have now reached a stable point where they're going to stay. I can't see them coming down in the shorter term.
Of course,
Over the long term, maybe, but certainly in the shorter term, I see them stabilising exactly where they are for now. I think there's too much going on in the world for them to come down, for sure. So you want to be, if you can, trying to fix those rates right now.
Of course. And are the rates now probably the new normal or back to reality? Are we going to see these super low rates that we've had over the last couple of years come back?
I think not. I'm sorry to tell you. We've had artificially low interest rates now for a very long time. That was an interest rate which was, heavily supported by the government to get the economy moving after the coronavirus pandemic. We don't have to go back too far to get rates similar to where we are now. We're only talking probably 5, maybe 6 years ago.
Yes, of course.
We haven't had them as low as they were last year when people were getting 1 point something %.
Yeah, of course.
We haven't had that in 100 years.
No,
I think that's very unlikely to come back at any point in the future.
Fair. No, good, thank you. Another one. So we've got plenty of buyers, we've sold plenty of houses, and we've got a big pipeline of people purchasing at the moment that are going through the process. They've been given a mortgage offer by their lender, and there's rumours and stories that a lender can then withdraw that mortgage offer halfway through a transaction. Can that happen?
So yes, it can.
Okay.
No, it's not happening.
Okay.
Right. And the press has created a bit of a frenzy of 3 or 4 times now, but they have created this of lenders withdrawing rates. It is happening with very, very, very niche lenders, people that you guys wouldn't deal with on a monthly basis, let alone anything else. People that deal in very specialist sectors of the marketplace. It is not happening with your high street banks and lenders that are lending on normal residential mortgages. It is absolutely not happening. Now, if you're coming near the expiry of your mortgage offer, you really need to be talking to your solicitor to get that transaction through by the end of that period. Because it's very unlikely that lenders are going to give you an extension at that very low rate. Because that's going to be ultimately costing them a lot of money.
used to be a bit of a given that they'd give a bit of an extension, but
Yeah.
you're saying they're being pretty firm on those timelines now.
What we're experiencing at the moment is they're being hard and fast on the expiry date.
Okay.
So if you've got 8 weeks to go before the expiry of your mortgage offer, you need to be speaking to your conveyancer or solicitor about getting that transaction through by that deadline. If you don't, then you might experience a higher rate at the end of that period.
And how long does a mortgage offer last for, generally?
Normally 6 months.
Okay.
Does depend on the lender. Some of them do up to 12 months now
Okay.
on purchases.
Okay.
But generally speaking, it's 6 months.
Okay, so from our point of view, if you are buying at the moment, transactions are taking longer than they should and have done previously. So, yeah, consider that.
Keep an eye on it, isn't it? Yeah, definitely be aware of it for your transaction.
Obviously, on the transactions we work on, we know when the expiries are up. We're talking all of the time, so to ensure that we try and keep within those limits, but it is a challenge on occasion.
Excellent. My last question to you from comments and questions I'm receiving. Massive lack of mortgage products available, reducing, lenders pulling rates left, right and centre, not wanting to lend. Is it quite as bad as it sounds?
No, it's not as bad as it sounds. That is a product of the mortgage market.
Okay.
So that happens all of the time. Lenders take products, they withdraw them, they launch new ones. What's happening right at this moment is that that's happening in quicker succession than what we've had of recent.
Yeah, of course.
It happened like this right in the early days of the pandemic, where lenders were saying we're pulling rates today and relaunching them tomorrow. But I think the key message for me is it's not a funding issue.
Okay.
Lenders haven't not got money to spend.
Okay, yeah.
It's about a profit margin, unfortunately, issue.
Yeah.
And lenders having to make sure that they're releasing the right rate so that they make money on it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm afraid it is as crude as that. But
Business is
that's
business. Yeah, of course.
And do you think if the base rate moves again, that we'll see that happen again, where they'll pull the rates, they'll reassess everything, then they'll bring them back to the market?
So they tend to preempt the market.
Okay.
So the next meeting is the 23rd of November, I think. Don't hold me to that, but they will preempt that. So if they believe that the Bank of England is going to put the base rate up by a quarter, half, whatever that they think that figure is, they'll preempt that in their rate. So it's very unusual that we see the banks reacting subsequently to the rate change. Okay. They normally do it a week in advance so that they've hedged their bets.
Yeah. And then sort of lastly on my part, if people are struggling in the market and they are struggling with a rising cost or the rate, what are some of the steps that they could do?
Yeah. So I think the first point would be, don't channel your inner ostrich and put your head in the sand, because that's not going to help. You need to speak to your bank, explain the situation you're in. They want to help people. They want to get people on a plan that's affordable and maintainable over the longer term to get you out of whatever problem you're in. So definitely speak to your bank. Speak to your advisor as well, because they can, if they can't help, they can point you in the right direction. But it's about reviewing the outgoings that you've got, looking at where you can make cutbacks, and speaking to the relevant banks, whether that's a mortgage or a loan or anything, and talking to them about any repayment plans that you can get yourself on.
John, thank you very much, mate. It's really good advice, and hopefully something of use to you. Cheers.
Thank you.